Scott Taylor, Data Whisperer here, coming to you from the floor of Data Universe at the DataVengers Deep 5 booth. And I'm here right now with enterprise data expert, author, and Lego master extraordinaire, Greg McLaughlin. Greg, it's great to see you.
Thank you, Scott. It's great to be here. Appreciate being a part of the DataVengers booth. And just, always getting a chance to chat with you. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, you're a big fan. We're big mutual fans of each other.
That's true.
You've got such a great background in terms of just your expert storytelling ability. Again, your incredible creativity with Lego and your work as a data manager, enterprise data management leader. Where do you want to start? Take us through wherever part of your story you want to tell us first.
Well, and I mean, a good way to start a story is to give you the history.
Yes.
Right? And, I started 30 years ago at various different Fortune 500 and 100 companies, starting off in technology, but quickly learning that you can't be a good technologist if you're not a good data management expert. And so I learned to put those pieces together and have really become a business transformation, technology automation, and data management expert at various Fortune 500, 100 companies like GE, United Health Group, Getty Images, Morgan Stanley, and just had a great time, helping these businesses operate more effectively.
You've always been really spectacular at kind of linking the need for these kind of back office data management things, and a lot of those tasks that a lot of folks in the space find kind of clerical and boring, with the strategic intentions of whatever enterprise you're representing. And I'd love for, share a few tips on how you get a CEO of some of these companies at least interested, if not excited, about that data management work.
Yeah, it's hard because what you're really talking about is change management. Getting people to embrace a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at their business, and a new way of operating. And that takes influencing skills, as you know, because that's your whole job is influencing, right? And I've learned a lot of that from you and others from the DataVengers group here. And it's really all about influencing the senior leaders of the organization to understand what I call overwhelming benefit. Because to get them to change their thinking is hard. To get them to look at their businesses in a new way, very difficult because it's their business. They feel like they often know the answers. And so what you need to do is point out where the business could operate more effectively and then show what I call the overwhelming benefit of making this change. And basically what that means is, yes, to change from one operating model to another is going to be painful. There's going to be disruption to the business. The employees may be unhappy with the interim period where things aren't running as smoothly. But you need to demonstrate the end goal and the overwhelming benefit, the benefit that will overwhelm the challenge of getting there. And you have to document that overwhelming benefit through good data stories or good storytelling, backed up with data and information and real anticipation of what those benefits are going to be.
Give us an example. I think a lot of folks kind of struggle and get into the use case by use case sort of conundrum, like this little thing helps here. Share with us some ideas about what would be an overwhelming benefit. I mean, what scope are you talking about?
Yeah, so let's take an example. A while back we had some really significant data issues, data problems within our sort of data warehouse environment. And we basically proposed to shut down our entire data warehouse, or at least the development of our data warehouse, and shut it down and essentially spend 60 days to fix it. That's a tough sell.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you get to just like cut it all off?
That's right. Now, we would continue to run reports and continue to feed data to the systems that needed data, but we would stop all development, all ingestion of new data, all new enhancement, and spend 60 days. And essentially what we did was we built all of the legacy. We built all of the classification and the data dictionary, and really optimized the way our data warehouse ran and operated, so that when we opened it back up, we were able to iterate and innovate twice as quickly because we had all of our data identified, documented, all of our lineage and our history defined. And we pitched before we did this, we promise, we commit that we will get double the number of enhancements done after we shut down the highway, right? And then we had to do it, and so we delivered. And that was a good example of, we're going to go through this period of pain, but on the far side, there will be this benefit that will overwhelm the pain that we go through as we shut down our environment.
And people must have been not terrified, but a little bit concerned about shutting that highway down. It's a great analogy. Again, you speak poetically, wonderfully there.
Yeah.
It's something that everybody would understand in
Yeah.
terms of the magnitude of what you're trying to do. But shutting that highway down to be able to get that work done so much more quickly rather than letting the cars kind of trickle through.
Well, and you'll appreciate this. Telling the data story helped get people to buy into this strategy. Essentially, the story I told was, would you rather we shut down one lane for 6 months and squeeze all the cars down, the right lane while we fix the left lane, and then shut down the right lane while we squeeze all the cars down for the next 6 months down the left lane? Would you rather we do it that way, or would you rather just bite the bullet, shut down the highway, fix all the potholes, and then open it back up and let the cars go, 60 miles an hour down the road? And, these analogies kind of tell the story better sometimes than if you speak in like tech language.
Right, then here's our roadmap, and here's all Gantt charts or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's commutes, everybody gets driving on a highway and fixing that sort of stuff.
Here in New York, we actually use the analogy of the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Okay.
We're going to build a second lane here. We're going to build a second bridge, and then one day we're just going to cut you over to the new bridge.
Right, yeah, it's the Mario Cuomo Bridge, right? That was it.
Exactly.
Moved it over there.
Yep.
Just don't do that on the Cross Bronx.
No.
They will not do that here on the Cross
No, that
Bronx.
wouldn't work.